Welcome to our Bible story and song corner. Have you ever felt lost, overwhelmed, or just really needed to hear from God? In today's noisy world, it's easy to expect a booming voice from the heavens or a dramatic sign. But what if God's most powerful messages come in a way we least expect? Today, we're diving into the incredible story of the prophet Elijah, who learned that God doesn't always speak through thunder or fire, but through a gentle whisper that has the power to calm the most troubled heart. Let's find out how he discovered this profound truth. Imagine this. Elijah, a powerful prophet of God, is running for his life. He's afraid, discouraged, and feeling completely alone. He's just come from a massive spiritual victory, but now he's hiding out in a cave, exhausted and desperate to hear from God. He feels like he's the only one left who is faithful, and his spirit is at an all-time low. As he waits, a mighty, powerful wind rips through the mountains, so strong that it shatters the rocks. But the Bible tells us the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, a terrifying earthquake shook the very ground beneath him, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake, a blazing fire raged before him, a symbol of immense power and judgment, but still, the Lord was not in the fire. Elijah must have been bewildered. Where was God in all this chaos? He was looking for a display of power, a grand statement. But then, after all the drama, after all the noise, came a gentle whisper, a still, small voice. And in that quiet, in that gentle, peaceful sound, Elijah finally heard God. He wrapped his face in his cloak, went to the mouth of the cave, and stood in the presence of the Lord. It wasn't the storm that brought God's message, but the stillness that followed. That quiet whisper was where Elijah found the reassurance, the direction, and the peace he so desperately needed. It was a reminder that God's presence isn't always in the spectacle, but in the intimate, quiet moments. This story is so relevant for us today, isn't it? Our lives can feel like a whirlwind of wind, earthquakes, and fire. We're surrounded by the noise of social media, the pressures of work, the chaos of daily schedules, and the anxieties that shout for our attention. We pray, we plead, and we look for big, dramatic answers. We want a sign, a miracle, something undeniable. But God often speaks to us not through the noise, but through the stillness. If your life feels chaotic and you're struggling to hear His voice, maybe it's a sign to intentionally create moments of quiet. Take time to pause, to put away the distractions, to just breathe, pray, and listen. His whisper is always there, ready to heal your hurts, guide your steps, and strengthen your soul. But we have to quiet our hearts enough to hear it. God's presence is a sanctuary of peace if we only make the space to enter it. There's a beautiful old hymn that captures this idea perfectly. It goes, "Speak, Lord, in the stillness while I wait on thee." Hushed my heart to listen, in expectancy. Let's take a moment to reflect on those words. Let's let them become our prayer. As we sing or listen, let's hush our own hearts, our own worries, and wait on Him with expectation, knowing that He desires to speak to us in the quiet. Let's remember our theme verse for today, a powerful reminder from 1 Kings chapter 19 verse 12. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. Let this verse be an anchor for you this week. When life gets loud, remember to seek the whisper. If this story and message touched your heart, we would be so grateful if you would like this video, share it with someone who might need to hear it, and subscribe to our Bible story and song corner for more stories of faith. We have a question for you. Have you ever experienced God speaking quietly to your spirit in a moment of stillness? Please share your story in the comments below. Your experience could be a great encouragement to someone else. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's story. We hope it blessed you. Always remember, sometimes God's loudest and most life-changing answer comes in His quietest whisper. May you find His peace in the stillness this week. God bless.